Yes, I can light the whole universe. I am different, I am purpose, I am brilliant. Yes, I feel it.
All right, my beautiful ones, gorgeous doorknobs. Let's just say it right. So, you know, it's Valentine's Day, and I was trying to be on point, on trend, and do a little Valentine's Day look or two for you all. And so the plan was, after doing a little, you know, poll on my community tab, because I'm trying to work my community tab, I was, you know, the overwhelming majority said they wanted to see some kind of a smoky eye red lip look. Okay, you know, I aim to please. I aim to please. So I pulled out a palette, and I was like, let me just do a little something. So I decided I was going to do this kind of reddish, pretty eye or whatever. And then I got to putting it on, and it just didn't happen that way. So at first I was not going to post it. Then I posted a picture, and you all said, yes, show it. So it wound up being more of the pinky look. You know, it's more of a little soft pink look. And I didn't want to do, you know, when I was doing the looks anyway, my plan was to make it wearable for most women that are, you know, that are part of my community, part of, you know, the Aging Gorgeously crew, because I could have gone in and done some, you know, glitters and really like popped it out. But I didn't want to do that, because that's not who most of you all are. Most of you all are, you know, we are a little bit older. And if we're going to do brights and pops, we're not necessarily going to go and do a whole purple, a pink, you know, eye look with glitter and things. So it's a nice, I like the look. It came out really well. I wound up wearing it out. Loved it. My cousin saw me, was like, oh my God, you look so good. So anyway, let me show you the palette we're going to be using. This is the Flamboyance by Delanci. I'm going to show it to you right now. And so this is what I used. And it came out a lot different than I expected it to. But I love it. But I do love it. So anyway, if you would like to see how I created the look that you're going to see in a minute, because I obviously don't have it on, go on and stay in and, you know, check it out. All right, so we're going to do the full prep in this one. And first thing I always do is I put on some lip balm, and that is the Skinfood Coconut. Now next, for Valentine's Day, you want your skin to be perfectly soft and beautiful and hydrated. So this is the e.l.f. primer mask. I only use these when I'm, you know, I'm trying to be perfect, you know, put together really well for an event, you know, going out with that special guy. Of course, I don't have one, so I have a stack of these, just chilling, just joking. Don't have a special guy, but you know. So I'm sorry. So, you know, you put this on and leave it on for like 5 minutes. Now I'm going to actually put on this. This is my, I know I'm looking crazy, but this is my mask holder. I do have it linked in my in my Amazon list. So I leave it on for 5 minutes, and then you rinse it off. Like pat it in and then go rinse it off. Now that it's rinsed off, let's go on and get started. So the next thing I always do is I use the Photo Finish Primer Oil. You can use any oil, and I do 1 drop underneath my eyes just to help hydrate it and get them ready for makeup. Helps to like make sure that your under eyes are hydrated. Next up is the Tarte Shape Tape. No, not for underneath my eyes, but for my eyeshadow primer, because, you know, I don't like it as a concealer, but it's an awesome eyeshadow primer. So then I'm going to set this with my Coty Airspun as soon as I find it. The Coty Airspun right there. So I just wanted to tap that in a little bit. Now I'm going to put the e.l.f. Under Eye Hydrating Primer. Hydrating Under Eye Primer. Because I'm being extra. So I just wanted to, you know, really hydrate my under eyes. Plus this by doing this now, since I'm going to do my eyes first, it allows all of the products to sink really in. Alright, so now we're going to get started on the eyes with my Flamboyance palette by Delanci. So I'm going to start out with Omen. And I'm going to be using that in my crease. Now let me just be honest with you all. I didn't know what to expect from the Delanci, because I don't even know why I bought it. To be honest, it was like half price, free shipping. So I bought a couple of palettes, you know, Viva la High Buy, y'all know who I am. But I have to say, do you all see how nicely these are coming on? So, you know, I patted them in just to like in my crease, because I really wanted to, you know, give it an intense look. Now, like I said, I was going for red, which is kind of reddish, but once I really started blending and did what I did, it turned out to a more pinky look. But anyway, this is so pretty, and it was so easy to work with, so I just tapped it in. I gotta be honest, I really did like it. Then next up is Jax, and I started putting that on top just to, you know, lighten up the very top of the crease of that Omen. I was gonna blend it in, but it was still a little light. So I wound up changing out and using Brulee, and then did that because it had a little more color. The Jax was not bad, it just wasn't the right color for that, because I needed a little more color to blend it out that edge, you know, to blend in with the top of that crease color. Now I'm going to use their blackout color. Sorry, my voice is going out. I'm going to use the blackout color right in the corner, you know, to deepen the corner, the outer corner, and I brought it, you know, into the crease. Now, after I cut my crease, I used Chase on my lid, and it was okay dry, because, like, you know, I always like to try shimmers dry, but it just wasn't strong enough. So I wet the brush, and then I reapplied it with some, you know, with a wet brush. And you can see how intense it is. Really pretty color. I have to say, this is a kind of really nice palette, y'all. Alright, so then next I took Tempting, and then I wanted to layer it because I felt like that was a little too bright. You know, it was just a little too bright, so I wanted to bring it down. So I put the Tempting on top. I don't think I gave the Chase long enough to really dry, so that's why you kind of see a little patchiness at the beginning. So then what I did is I took the Chase again, the light color, and I put another layer on top of there because I wanted to give it a lighter, so I wanted to become a very pink color in the lid. So that's how I want to be in a more pinky look. But what I did like is that they really did look nice together, and I have a tendency to like to layer things. So now I'm going to use my primer. I'm using one heck of a block because I want to make sure that my face is nice and the pores are gone and the pores are, you know, doing their thing. So next up is this one heck of a blot primer. Alright, so now I'm going to be using the Freshwear, the L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear, the new foundation that they have out. Now this is I think this is my second time using it. I'm kind of liking it, but I'm not gonna, like, you know, say definitely for certain I'm gonna love it yet, because I need to make sure I do a few more tests of it. Alright, so next I'm gonna use the Infallible Fullwear concealer. This is also the new concealer they came out with. So now I'm first going to pat it in with my fingers, just trying to push it into the lines under my eyes. I'm trying not to use a lot because this, the doe foot is very large, but this also, you get a lot, and it moves a lot. But I do like the finish of it. It's not too thick. So now I'm gonna set it with my e.l.f. Peach Under Eye Powder. This is one of my staples. I love this stuff. So next up is bronzer. I'm sorry, my WetNWild pressed powder to set my face. This is one of my favorite pressed powders. Next up is the City Bronzer by Maybelline. This is, of course, a newer bronzer that Maybelline just came out with. You know, I actually do like it. Now, of course, this is the deepest color, so it is not that deep. I get a little heavy-handed with that bronzer, so just, you know, ignore the extremely bronzed up cheek we got going on. So now for blush, I have my new Jouer palette. Now, first I used the Know Me. And you just really couldn't see it, y'all. I mean, for real. I just couldn't build it up. I might need to use a different brush. But now that I'm looking on camera, it wasn't actually that bad. Then I went and used the Seduce Me. And let me just tell y'all, the Seduce Me is pigmented. It picked up on my brush, and boy, was it pigmented. So I had to do a little something to bring it down just a little bit. Because it was like, in real life, I was like, goodness gracious. Down on camera, it doesn't look that bad. So now I'm using the Just Peachy. No, this is the Cutie Pie by Colored Raine. So it's kind of got a pink tinge to it since I started to notice my face, my whole look had turned into a pink one. So this is the Cutie Pie. I kind of like that pink on there. Alright, so now I've gone back and I'm doing my under eye, and now I'm using Mythology underneath the eye. And then I went back into Chase to do my inner corner, just using this whole palette. I could have used something else, but the Chase worked out really well. Alright, so that's after this. I'm going to do my brows and my lashes off camera and put on my lipstick. Alright, so here is the finished look. The lipstick on my lips is Ofra's liquid lipstick in Manhattan. And here it is finished. Here, you know, it came out really nice. It wasn't the color that I thought it was going to be, but it is perfect. So this is a really nice, beautiful, soft, pinky Valentine's look. I hope you liked it. And as always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. See you later.